And now we move on to my favorite mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany. She's always in the news for something, right? She's always in the news, and I always report it because she gives me good content. But this time, involves a new police chief that she's trying to hire because, you know, the township fired the other police chief because he's been indicted by the feds for his taxes. She tried to rehire him, and the township told her no. And so now she's trying to hire a new guy. And now the state board then got involved. So we're going to take a listen to what the state board had to say, because, you know, my girl Tiffany always gives me one. So let's see what they're saying about our favorite super mayor up there in Dolton, Illinois.
More drama in Dolton tonight. The state agency that regulates local law enforcement in Illinois says Mayor Tiffany Henyard's handpicked police chief is not right now legally qualified to run the department.
He's not legally qualified to run the department. This level of incompetency it just grows and grows with this one. But this is the politics that y'all voted for up there. So, hey, this is what y'all get when you keep voting for skin color.
Or even serve as an officer.
Fox 32 obtained a letter sent by the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board to Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard on Friday regarding her appointment of Ronald Burge Sr. as Dolton Police Chief. Henyard appointed Burge as top cop in September over the objections of the majority of the Dolton trustees, who say she can't make appointments without their consent. In the letter, the deputy director of the Training and Standards Board tells Henyard that Burge is considered inactive because Dolton has not submitted the proper paperwork on his behalf, and because Burge has not completed a requalification shoot since 2021 when he was with the Dixmoor Police Department. For these reasons, he is currently not authorized to exercise law enforcement authority or to carry a firearm publicly, the letter says. We strongly encourage you to remove him from public service until an appointment is submitted and the board determines if he is eligible for reactivation and a training waiver. Last month, Dolton trustees were granted a restraining order, preventing Burge from serving without the board's approval. But after a chaotic village board meeting on Wednesday, the judge agreed with Henyard that Burge could serve as police chief on an interim basis for 30 days until a new chief is selected. The letter also includes a stern reminder to Henyard of your duty to conduct a thorough background check of Mr. Burge's criminal and employment history before making your determination of employment.
Now, it's unclear just how much Burge has actually been working at the Dolton Police Department since his appointment. I spoke tonight to Dolton trustee Jason House, who told me they will likely now go back to court with that letter and try to convince the judge that Burge should not even be serving in an interim capacity.
The trustees in Dolton are not going to let Tiffany run Ruckshire, y'all. They are not. Jason House is not going to let her run Ruckshire. You're trying to appoint a guy who isn't even certified to be a police officer right now. Like, come on, Tiffany. Is your staff that incompetent that they can't run a thorough background check to make sure that this guy's certifications are up to date? He hasn't done a qualifying shoot since 2021. It's 2024. Like, what are we doing here? It's like throwing stuff at the wall to try to see if you can get it fixed. Like, she wouldn't have found Barney Fife somewhere just hanging out. This man ain't qualified to be nobody's cop. He can't even be a basic street cop, let alone talking about being a police chief. Now, they did grant and say, hey, you can come in and do it on an interim basis, but them trustees ain't going for that. They not going to let Tiffany win this one. So she back to the drawing board. Go find you a police chief. And when you find one, see if you can actually pay him. Because, you know, we know this city's broke because she bankrupt the city. So, but it's always funny when she's doing something up there in Dolton and the trustees always push back because Tiffany stays in the news.